Hi, welcome to Cache Walks.
We're in Vienna today and we're going out to find a variety of caches, all good ones for tourists, ones you can get reasonably quickly and still see the sights.
And we're also going to see the beautiful horses at the Spanish riding school, so come with us. Our first stop was to log a virtual geocache at a beautiful clock which is located in one of the oldest squares in Vienna. Over the day it shows 12 celebrity figures from Vienna's history. Photo taken. We move on to log another virtual at St. Stephen's Cathedral.
There has been a church here since 1147. The cathedral has an ornately patterned, richly coloured roof covered by 230,000 glazed tiles. Over the centuries, soot and other forms of air pollution have given it a black colour. Some parts have been cleaned, returning it to its original white. This 18th century Baroque statue shows a Franciscan friar under an extravagant sunburst, trampling on a beaten Turk.
We called in to Austrian jeweller Frei Willy to see the Hundertwasser collection. Then it was over to ground zero for the virtual.
On the facade of St. Stephen's Cathedral is a figure of Christ, a so-called man of pain. The Viennese know this figure as Christ with a toothache. The cache page has a great story about the toothache. Photo for the cache page taken. We headed to the Spanish riding school.
We were about an hour early for the performance, so we amused ourselves by looking at the wonderful architectural features around the beautiful Hofburg Palace. There is a promotional video playing of the coming performance.
We took some footage here of the beautiful quadrille. Photography is not allowed during the performance, so we have obtained footage of previous performances so you can see the wonderful white Lipizzaner Stallions and the riders as we saw them. The Spanish riding school in Vienna is the only institution in the world which has practiced for more than 450 years.
Still excited by the performance, we headed over to the stables for a last glimpse of the stallions. Then it was on to log another virtual close by, at a fountain made of Lapis Lazuli. Lapis is a semi-precious stone that has been prized since antiquity for its intense blue colour. Among others, the artist Vermeer ground it into powder to make ultramarine, the finest and most expensive of all blue pigments. It's often reserved for clothing of the central figures in paintings. Here we had to count the stones around the edge and take a photograph to log the cache.
We headed over to the Museum of Fine Arts, built in 1891, to house the extensive collection of the Imperial family. It has the largest Bruegel collection in the world. Like many other museums in Europe, the building itself is well worth a look. We headed first to a room full of gold objects to see the bull's head bowl, which we'd read about while hunting for a geocache in Bratislava. Then to see our first ever painting by Vermeer. We had enjoyed the movie Girl with a Pearl Earring and had always wanted to see a Vermeer painting in real life. The art of painting is a work with significance for Vermeer because he did not part with it or sell it, even when he was in debt. Then the Bruegels this museum is famous for.
We headed back to the Imperial Palace to find another virtual geocache. We're not sure why there are so many police, but we weren't getting close to the statue. The horse was on its two back feet, just as we'd seen at the Spanish riding school. We moved to one side and took our photo. Then it was around to the side of the palace for a traditional cache. We had trouble with this one until I spied a log sheet jammed in a crack. The log signed, then we continued our adventures in Vienna.
Well, this brings us to the end of our cache walk. I hope you enjoyed the sights of Vienna and the variety of caches that we found. So thanks for watching.
And don't forget to go geocaching.